see that we've become friends and family coming together. And no matter where I go in Cincinnati, whatever rally I go to, whatever meeting I have to, whatever information group I go to, I see members of this group. And that really warms my heart, because you've become my family over the last 2 years. Because it's a wonderful time to come together. No matter how frazzled things get, I can come here and talk to people who are like-minded. It gives us some hope. I think this is my hope. That's really good about it. So welcome. I have my grandchildren with me today because they're on spring break and their mother's having crowns put on her teeth. So David and Eliana are in the back. Eliana's my little stinker that had the brain surgery last February after she walked into her brother's bat. And so, here she is, a year past, reading, writing, doing everything you do. Everything kindergartners do, she's just back. But the cool thing about that is that, for now 5 years, she's going to be followed by a neuropsychologist at Children's Hospital in case she has any deficits in learning. Rupa and I could probably tell you there's lots of kids at CPS that could have benefited from that kind of help early on. But now this all comes out of, I hate to say it, comes out of the NFL and their whole concussion protocol. They now know a lot of things about concussions and what it can cause and learning difficulties. Just think about how many little kids between the ages of 1 and 5 fall down and bump their heads constantly. So it's a great thing. It's a really great thing. So now is the time that we want to do some announcement. Mike Shyrock has the microphone. If you would like to have an announcement of some things that are going on around that you want to let us know about, feel free. Put your hand up and Mike will be right there.
I want to start off by check the table, the bar. We have all kinds of interesting things up there. We hope you'll take. You get $10 per pound of what you carry out of here. We're trying to get rid of it.
Hi, I have some things to be signed, a thing to be signed. The 219 revision of the Ohio River Pollution Control Standards we're giving feedback that we don't like them. And it's the, hang on. My Extinction Rebellion colleague gave me these to print out and bring to sign. It's the Orsenko Commission, and there's 2-2A paper, how I printed them, and this will show you the map. I did not have time to cut them and staple them. All we need is your signature and a comment, and they will be turned in April 15th. Okay? We want to protect our river. The Ohio, I think it's called the Ohio.
Bernadine's End.
Anybody else here?
There's going to be an Orsenko meeting on April 6th between 6 and 8 in the evening at the Holiday Inn Airport. So if anybody wants to get to that next Orsenko meeting, where they're listening to the public talking about our waters. And they want to remove all the controls because they say, oh, there's enough controls in place. But we know what's going on in Washington. So that's, okay, April 6th, 6 to 8 at the Holiday Inn Airport.
Alrighty.
Hi. Is it on?
Yes.
Okay. Just 2 announcements. I don't see Peter here, so I have some notes.
He's had a new grandchild.
Oh, how nice. Just to let everybody know that the Westside Democratic Club has a monthly meeting, and next month on April 17th, and I'll give the details to Dot, is that Denise Treehouse is going to be speaking, so everybody's welcome. And the other thing is, on Saturday, I went to a training on how things work at the Ohio State House. It was absolutely excellent. The woman that presented was excellent. And I've been talking to some people that I think it would be great that this woman comes back and does this presentation. So it's just like a heads up, and hopefully we can let all these clubs know about it and get a place, because the presentation was just wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. and it's how things work, and at the State House, and you can look, Ohio State House, and look up her website.
All right, well, for those folks who were here last week and for the folks who were not here last week, I still have the petition for the Better Bus Coalition to be signed, and I still have, space on the second page. So if you want to help us to save the bus system as we have so we can build upon it in years to come, very definitely see me, and I'll be happy to pull out the petition and have you sign. Remember, you have to be a resident of the city of Cincinnati and a registered voter. If you're not a registered voter, don't worry about that, because I have a voter registration form you can fill out, and we can turn that in for you as well.
Hi, my name's Monica, and I'm the purveyor of the signs. If you have any need for yard signs, they're $10, and I can get them in Spanish and in Nepalese. So let me know. They come in a great 3-color combo. They'll grace any lawn. Any bush would be happy to have one of these in front of them. Thank you very much.
Anybody else have an announcement?
Pam Hardy from the Better Bus Coalition is going to be here on May 21st to speak to us.
Can't hear you.
Pam Hardy from Better Bus Coalition is going to be here to talk to us on May 21. And also, I still have a few flyers if you want them for the Women's City Club annual speaker. Helen Thorpe is coming on April 3rd at Memorial Hall, and tickets are available on the web at Memorial Hall. And we hope to have a good turnout. She's talking about immigration, and her book is being discussed at the library. The book, The Newcomers, about 22 young Mexican immigrants who she was working with as English as a second language and how they adapted to American culture. And the book will be available for sale there, but you can also pick them up at the library. It will be a library discussion in Oakley and the North Central branch. And tonight it's a discussion at the Delhi branch.
Tomorrow night at 6 o'clock at the Clifton Mosque, there will be a program led by the Palestinians. Seems to me terribly important. We do have a Palestinian support group here, and so please try to come. May I say about the Women's City Club, Dot and I are good friends. We probably don't completely agree about the way the speakers are brought here by the Women's City Club. May I ask you, Dot, how much we're paying this speaker? Do you know? $6,500. I have always objected to that, bringing in a national person, often who has a good income. I don't know anything about Ms. Thorpe, but I'm just saying, I would wish we would have local people sponsored by the Women's City Club that need our help and can tell us what we're up against here.
For your information, tonight at the North Side Group, 6:30 for drinks and socializing, 7 to 8:30. We will have Paul Breidenbach and Pete McClendon. We're talking about the power of unions and moving forward and working together with us as we deal with elections, etc. So they will be with us tonight. Paul's right on over here, and he's one of our members. He's been with us for quite some time. Last week, we all met down at Brighton Place, right there close to the Western Hills Viaduct and the Brighton overpass, about building bridges, not walls. And you could see the rebar from those bridges. You could see things that are falling down. We need to do that. And I don't know if you saw today, but $1 billion of the defense fund that's supposed to be going to personnel is being moved over to build Trump's wall by the Army Corps of Engineers. Isn't that interesting? They're taking money from the defense fund that's supposed to be used for personnel. And needless to say, they're having an absolute fit because that has not gone through any kind of committee. And so we'll just see what Congress does about this. Not a day goes by that I don't shake my head. And as you said, after all the reports came out and everything, I believe our next, how many days we have are going to be really even more dangerous than what we have had, because I think he's realizing now what he can get away with, and it's only going to get worse. So we have to become more united, and we've got to become louder. So we can't stop. So thank you for being here. This is why we're here, and we're going to keep on going. All right, and now I'm turning this over to Dot, who's going to introduce our speaker from today.
Hello again. My good friend Susan Noonan is going to be speaking to us today about the FBI Academy. My question was, what is it? Who's on it? What's it do? She has a master's degree in criminal justice from the University of Cincinnati and has done postgraduate work in sociology. She's been executive director of the Cincinnati Human Relations Commission, the Police Community Relations for the City of Cincinnati. She's very active at Cincinnati Association on the executive committee, Women's City Club, Cincy USA Sports Commission, which I didn't know about, the FBI Citizens Academy, and she is currently president of the Westchester Citizens Police Academy Board and the Cincinnati Citizens Police Association. So she's a very active lady, she's a good registered Democrat, and she's going to tell us what is the FBI Academy and who's part of it.
Okay, so I don't know if I can make this work.
Is this better? Can you hear me? Yeah, okay. Okay, so, first of all, I was really surprised when I got asked to talk at the Democratic luncheon about the FBI Citizens Academy. So, should I hold this farther away? It's echoing. Yeah. So, because I am a registered Democrat, and I know that a lot of people in law enforcement are Republicans. But let me just tell you, first of all, what it is. We are not actually a part of the FBI. It does not gain us any favor with the FBI. In fact, I had an FBI agent come.
Nice and loud.
You can't hear me?
I can
Okay. This is a hard. This is a hard thing to do. Wait a minute. I can't keep it on my ear. I think I might rather hold the mic, you know, if you don't mind.
You'll do what you are comfortable with.
Okay. Is this one on?
Yes.
And you can hear?
Yes.
Okay. So, the FBI Citizens Academy was something that was started nationally because they wanted to do some community outreach. It's a stimulating 8 to 10 week session. It gives business, religious, civic, and community leaders an inside look at the FBI, what they do, what they don't do, why they can't do it. The classes meet in the evenings at the FBI field office, and our field office is in Kenwood. And the mission of the Citizens Academy is actually to foster a greater understanding of the role of federal law enforcement in the community through frank discussion and education. So, I'll pass this around, it's the only one I have. But let me tell you how I got interested. As Dot said, was doing police community relations at the Human Relations Commission after I graduated with a master's from UC in my mid-40s and wanted to start another career. And it was a wonderful job. I got to train every police recruit class that went through. From 88 to 2000 I was there. And at that time we had 2 police recruit classes go through every year. I got to work in every community council, every city neighborhood, develop programs like Back in the Block and the community relation monitors. It was a wonderful job. I got to know people in the community as well as law enforcement. And one of the things that I did was monitor all the hate crimes in the city. And by doing that, I got involved with the special agent in charge of the Cincinnati FBI field office. When I started in '88, they had the very first African-American special agent in charge, and he was the first person to ever do any community outreach that I know of in our local FBI office. So I knew him, he was a great guy. When he left, because they get transferred back to Washington after every 2 or 3 years. We had our first female special agent in charge. Her name was Sherry Farrar. She was excellent. She was here for maybe 3 or 4 years. And with her, I got more involved because they wanted to do a hate crime conference. So started a relationship with Sherry. She at the time said they're just starting to do these citizen academies. There were 3 others, one in Phoenix and one in California and somewhere else. She said, would you start one? So in 2000, Ruth Kronenberg, a friend of mine, and I, we formed a 501c3, and at the time it was called Southwest Ohio Citizens Academy Foundation. The FBI would not let us use FBI in the name. But they had asked us to form because they wanted to have citizens